So, I don't know what it is. Ever since I was a kid, I guess I was raised around them, that led me to this type of car and to this occupation. I love hot rods. I love old cars. I love the lines. I love being a mechanic on them. I love being sought after for this type of car. They're kind of artwork to me, and there's so many reasons I do it for a living. Feeling of accomplishment, the feeling of the speed, getting the car to go fast. And I'm working on this one. I realize a lot of it sometimes is the humor and the irony. And I'm going to show you a little bit of this irony as I open the trunk. Now, this one came in after it gets hot. It's really hard to start. That fire extinguisher is ironic, because when you come back here and look at this battery tray, now mind you, I taped that up because it was raw wire and the grommet that's cut through. And then you look at the metal conduit, which is usually reserved for homes or office buildings, construction, wrapped on the positive cable. And think to yourself, man, that's a fire hazard. But it's okay, because locked in the trunk next to the fuel tank is a fire extinguisher. Really should be in the cab, probably. But then you look, and you can see, yeah, there's places that wanted to catch fire. So again, my job was, hey, look, it's hard to start after it warms up. I want to go to the starter solenoid, and I can see where it's got fire. And it's just ironic. The irony of the fire extinguisher in the trunk where you can't get to it. So, getting back to this Mustang, it had literally melted or welded the starter solenoid. There's no ground. The car has no ground. Well, I can't say no ground, because there's your ground cable, there's your ground post, there's where they grounded it. To the body. No chassis, no engine ground, nothing like that. I'm amazed this car even made it down the road. Now, mind you, the guy drove it in. And his other complaint was it gets hot. I couldn't imagine why at all with that $40 Chinese air blower. I don't think one single little fan's going to keep all this cool. And then, don't get me started on the sniper system. But, yeah, just looking at this wiring. And I've got to call this guy back and say, hey, dude, your car is literally a fire waiting to happen. So if you look at the main power wire, because they did a remote in the trunk battery, they literally plugged it right there at the firewall and grommeted it. I can't tell you how many ways that fire extinguisher is ironic. Anyway, so I'm going to do a heavy duty solenoid. I'm going to ground out. I've already started it. I'm going to go body to engine, engine to chassis. I'm going to start grounding the car a little bit better. And I bet you the sniper works a lot better after it's grounded well. The humor and the irony. That's a big part of it. I enjoy seeing this, and I don't know. I think it's a feeling of accomplishment of being able to resolve these issues that nobody else could. Now, they've thrown a lot of money at building this car just to wire it like that. And what we call this, boys and girls, if you have the knowledge to do this correctly, it's called job security. Because this is somebody's toy. This is their baby. This is their love. And they will pay for it to be right. More irony. Under the glove box. That's where they ran the power wire. Good stuff. Good stuff.